Lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the four-man position.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
And the Badgers with possession here. 4-point game. Well, Wisconsin has had a bit of a renaissance in their program of late, Clark. Last decade and a half have seen them put up some great seasons.
And you know, Kevin, the Badgers weren't really a major powerhouse in hoops until the turn of the century. But now, they're one of the most consistent teams in the country.
Hawkins kicks to Hill. Here's Decker. Offline with his three. Edwards against Hawkins. Passes it to Lewis. The three. The Badgers pull it in.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now. You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports. So it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Outside Hill. A floater. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Turner. Lewis outside. From the arc. No good. He missed it. Brings him to 3 for 8 this game. Lewis in a 2-guard. He's out there with Edwards. Doherty out there with Turner. And it's Ford in at the power forward position.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions yet.
And for the Badgers, Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker. Then it's Kaminsky. And it's Evans in at the 4 spot. Lewis against Hill. Feeds it to Decker. Hawkins is screen on Doherty. Here's Decker. Doherty grabs the board. Texas trails by 4.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Lewis with it. He's picked up by Hill. Launches a 3. Lewis misses.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And the foul called on Freak. And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats. To ever play the game.
Lewis in at shooting guard. He's out there with Edwards. Turner is out there with Doherty. And it's Ford in at the 4 slot. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4. Texas trails by 8.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Near the three-point line, it's Lewis, kept alive. Ford laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
They set the pick. Decker can't hit.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
To tie. Here's Turner. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layups.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And the free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Here's the Badgers with the ball. The lead is 2. Hawkins passes to Hill. Dishes it to Conley. Gibson a screen. Here's Wade. Nails the 16-footer. Wade's got his first basket of the night.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work them over the rest of the game. This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Hawkins against Lewis. Outside Conley. It's Hill on the wing. Trying his luck deep. And that one's good. Hill's got his 3rd basket of the night.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness.
Both teams making some changes here. 56 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Lewis, he's in at shooting guard. He's out there with Edwards. Doherty out there with Turner. And it's Ford in at the power forward.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Here's Hill. And so they foul intentionally.
Texas foul.
34 seconds left here in the second half, and he commits the intentional foul. And no good this time on the 1-1.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
Oh, big three right there. I mean, I got to say, defensive breakdown, no doubt. They've got to have a bigger man on him.
And he drops the first one, and he can gather himself now and try to make it 2 in a row. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Game could be on the line right here.
It's basically now or never for them.
Well, tough position. Lewis with the 3. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game. And Doherty kicks to Ford. From deep. No good. And an intentional foul right there. On the free throw, no good. And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. And so it's Texas with it. Edwards. So it's Wisconsin picking up the win. And what an incredible feat.